Hello guys, welcome back to the crew 2. Live this time. Gonna do a bit of all, I guess. Maybe take a look on some upcoming summit events. It's one of the things we can do. Maybe some PvP, I don't know, whatever we come up with. Hello Drift Legacy. Let's first have a look where it is. Uptown Escape. That is one of the things we have to do. So let's just drive there. Amiga. Somewhere on Central Park, by the looks of it. When I did from the beginning, I pre-ordered already somewhere in November 2017, I think. Was invited to all kind of technical tests. We were already playing somewhere at the end of 2017, in the first technical test at least. And so I pre-ordered the Gold Edition. Uptown Escape. Okay, so we start here. That is something that we know, but where do we go? We can go south. I don't think so. We're probably gonna have to find our way to this highway and then westwards. But the highway stops here though. So we probably have to take the exit here, go to Chicago and take the other highway. That works. Can we go that far? Let's first figure out. Let's see, we can go there. Up here, left here, and on the highway, bridge here. Okay, let's try that. Bugatti Chiron will do, I think. Formula 1 car maybe. Dragster, yeah, if you have a wheel maybe you can drive it. Out of the park, and up we go. Go left here, I think. White building. Onto the highway. the idea. We can do that as well, you know. Push the traffic aside. Might have to change the gearbox. I don't know if I have it on 10 or not. Oh my god. Looking at that red circle, it's catching up here. So we need to get away here faster. We need that exit. I think our goal should be like 50 kilometers or so. That usually gives you the maximum score in the summit. If you can do 100, you usually get like 1 or 2 summit points more, so it's not big difference. But we need to keep the pace up because that red circle is catching up here. Traffic is gonna be a problem. Yo! Kilometers. Yeah, I'm having a look on the on that skill test here to see where we had to go. I will do a nope series probably pretty early, I think, but I will stream that one on Twitch and then export the video YouTube later on. Here's the red circle again. So you have to keep the pace up though, because the red circle is catching up a couple of times. So you cannot mess too much with the trees and the traffic. Like a Vista or so will do as well, I think. We can go right here, I think. And then go towards Chicago. That is a possibility. And then you can go to the other highway. Because here's the red circle again. 27 kilometers. Because if we keep on this one, that's not highway all the way. It narrows down to some sort of countryside road later on, I think. Get away a bit from the circle again. I'm just gonna see if we can get 50 kilometers this way, then it is fine to get a high score on this one. Doesn't matter if you do 50 kilometers or 100, usually there's like 1 point difference, summit wise. I don't even know if it is 50 kilometers. Last time we had one there that went all the way to Dallas. There you get like top score already at 42 kilometers or something. Usually it's about 150, 155,000 summit points. But there were some people doing over 100 kilometers last time, and they had like 1 point more than all the other guys. I think we can get there though. We have 40 kilometers already. I need to check my Chiron settings though. It's not even a difficult drive. Okay, you have some corners, you need to watch traffic obviously, but other than that it's most of the time it's a 4-lane highway. Okay, you need the bridge as well. Yeah, of course, we're obviously losing time here. And the question is, can we get back on it? Not immediately by the looks of it. Maybe if we can jump on it. Oh. Yeah, we lost quite some time there. So they got us at 44 kilometers, but if we don't miss the bridge, should not be a problem. That should not be a problem. That is one that we have to do. It is in New York. What's it called again? Uptown or something? Uptown Escape. Okay. The second one is a speed trap, I believe in Dallas somewhere. The Historic District Dallas speed trap. That is not very promising. There is a wall there. If we come here with high speed, crash into that wall, you don't get any points. So we have to keep left. This one is too short. This one as well. Yeah, so we have to come from here though. We have no other choice. And there is traffic here. That's gonna be a problem as well. Drag. That will do. Oh no. Manual. We don't want to heat up the tires. We're gonna start in 4th gear. Fifth gear. Crashed. Okay. As I expected, this is going to be a problem. We need to get that camera, we need to get the score before we crash. $681. So after the camera you need to put it sideways. That's gonna be tricky. You do this with a team, You can get over 700 obviously, but maybe even solo as well. But that's even faster, which makes it more risk. Yeah. This is gonna be a very enjoyable speed trap. But yeah, I had a look on those events that we have to do. I already know, all fine man, all fine. I was just trying to improve a little bit. But so far it's not needed, I still have the world record. And that's slalom. Oh my god. Yeah. Traffic is going to be a bitch here. Next to the fact that we crash on the camera. Forward gear. Okay, that will do. Crashed again. Yeah. This is going to be quite annoying. My advice would be, do not do it on day one. Because then you have, of course, the thing that it's full of people there, because everybody plays on day one. Which means more traffic generated. We crashed, but after we got the score this time, so yeah, it's really a matter of getting the score. Definitely is. We will see how that works out once the summit is running, but... The historic district speed trap. Next to Uptown. What was the third one? Let me check. The third one is Las Vegas Hotel. That is also an escape, but that's with a boat, I think. Las Vegas Hotel escape. Okay, I need to check the settings of that boat, because I think I still have them set up for... Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. Do we need brakes? Probably not. Yeah, I'll leave them on anyway. Because basically, in the current summit, this was sort of the settings that we used. That means that the boat doesn't steer at all. You have to steer in advance, but that was it made the boat go the fastest. So you can basically put everything on 0. I think, or do you need brakes? Well, maybe you can put the brakes. The buoyance needed to be on 10, so it was sort of like this, I think. 0, 0, 0, 10, 0, 0. That's how we did the current summit escape. No, that was what was that? The powerboat event, I think. That gave us the most speed. This time I'm gonna put the rudder braking. Do we need braking? Probably not. I'm gonna put that on 8. The trim tabs 6 was for the buoyant. I probably on 8 as well. The trim tabs sort of make you boat steer in a way, and the rest we'll have to figure out. We'll see. This is a repeat in such a way. We have done it one of the beginning somewhere. First 2 or 3 summits we have done this thing here. The main problem here is this corner here. Yep, you hit that bridge, and then you have all kind of trouble. But you should be able to get around 6,000 meters, I think. Might have to lean forward here on that bridge to get under it. then it crashes under the water. How was it again? I think left of the bridge or something. You could go under it. Go wide here around the rock. And then we can boost a bit, about 400 kilometers with this thing. Oh yeah, it was this one, a bit zigzagging through the rocks basically. Okay, that was something I did not see at all. And then you always finish up here somewhere at the end. You can jump over here, I thought. You can go under the bridge. And this is around 6,000 meters, if I was correctly. So those are like the 3 skill tests. We will have a closer look later tonight when the summit is actually running. That's sort of where we want to go. We can make it to the lake, maybe even a little bit on that river if you have enough speed. The lake is 6,000 meters something. 6,000, 6,100 are doing what the top guys were doing on that one the last time. What else do we have? We have the south trip, if I'm not mistaken. South trip hypercar. If you do this solo, you're probably gonna end up with the Egoista, which I don't have on this driver. If you do it in a team, it's probably gonna be the Chiron. Let me check the gearbox. I have my gearbox on 8. It gives the highest speed in solo. Let's put it on 10. Also for that escape, you probably want to put it on 10 to get the highest top speed available. We don't need manual for any reason here. South trip. No restrictions as far as I know, so you can use all your hypercars, but this is gonna come down in finding a team and do it with slipstream. The Chiron can do 530 kilometers an hour. The Egoista can do 520 or so. If you do it solo, more than likely will be the Egoista. The Egoista is a bit better solo than the Chiron, acceleration wise. Devo might work as well. Also, this is in a way a repeat. We did it with one of those combo events. The Challenger, I think it was. In touring car that we had to use on this track. This checkpoint you can go next to, it will count if you don't drive too far from it. I definitely need to recalibrate that thing because I don't have enough extra pump. If you do it here as a campaign event, we have traffic. I don't know if we're gonna have traffic in the summit event. We will have to watch. This thing is slower, isn't it? Yeah, I was getting better acceleration if I put the gearbox on 8. That's why I had it on 8. You go over 500 if you put it on 10. If you go downhill, that's for sure. If you use a Chiron, probably put the gearbox on 8 if you do it solo. Here, make sure you cut behind this tree here. Otherwise you always fly out here. It's the same track, but this time we use it as it is, with a hypercar. Yo. Over here we go left, we jump towards the checkpoint, go through it, and reset. It's shorter than taking the hairpin. Same here, just go straight. Here you can stay on the road, or you can even cut to the next checkpoint, depending a bit on how good your car is off-road. And then the final bit. So yeah. Long straights, 4-lane highway. This is gonna be a team event. Top times are gonna be done with the team. Look at this, wonderful green parts. Okay, that's something that we learned. If you do it solo, don't put your gearbox on 10 because it's actually slower. Might be faster if you change some settings, obviously, but 8 it was. Yeah, it even gives 15 kilometers an hour more, so we'll keep it on 8 then. And the rest is fine as it is. Chiron. Take a screenshot of it for later. What else do we have? Yeah, we have the Pista, which I do not have yet. I'm also not going to buy it because it probably becomes available in a bundle. We also have to use a Dodge drag car. That's another problem because I also do not have that. But that's okay. The drag event is Salt Flats, I believe. We do need manual now. Let's see what that is all about. World record is 11 seconds. Disneyland, man. Nice.
2, 1.
In drag, it's pretty important that you remember perfect shift is bad time. Bad shift is good time. That's how it works. Play around with the throttle a little bit. Quick shift to 5th gear and boost. It's usually faster time. 11.77. Okay. So if you do this with again with a team, probably. If you're ghosting, you can get to the maximum speed of 720. getting here? 660 or so? But this is just a test because in tomorrow's summit we cannot use this car. We have to go for the Dodge, so it's either going to be the Challenger or the Viper. I think from test set we did with green parts that the Challenger was actually the better car, but that is something that will become clear during the week. That was to shoot boost. (11.7, 11.7, 11.9). So if you do this with a team, you usually win at least half a second. So yep, it wouldn't surprise me if you would see times go under 11 seconds here during the week. But we will see, eh? Okay, what else did we have? Let me think. We had one of those new touring car races that they added a couple of months ago. A tour with Alexis thing there. Where are they? Where are these tracks? Is that the Everzone tracks that they added? A tour with Alexis. I thought it said on the chart. Giants Everzone, Miami Everzone, Jersey Everzone. Have they taken these things out of the or am I completely losing it here? Oh, that was Alpha GP, wasn't it? Oh yeah, yeah. A tour with Alexis Golden Hills Alpha GP. But we don't have to it's a combo event. We don't have to do it with an Alpha GP. We have to do it with the Ferrari 488 Pista, which I do not have yet, which is hypercar. So what if we take a hypercar? Do we have a Ferrari? On this driver I kinda doubt it, but we will see. What do we have here? Chiron, La Ferrari, yeah. Oh, I do have a Ferrari. 458 Speciale. That thing of course does not have parts. That's okay, then we put some parts on, eh? So I need to buy the bundle in about 4 hours. I think it becomes available at 2 AM European time. You can buy the bundle and it will contain a Dutch drag car for sure, the Ferrari 488 Pista, probably the Audi RS5 because we also have to use that one. So those were the 3 cars that more than likely will be in the bundle. I think you can find it already on the website though. So we're gonna select this car and we're gonna have a look on this track. Let's have a look. It basically is the outside of the track, and I believe we have to do 3 laps or even 4 laps on that thing. Okay, let's see how this thing goes. Guessing we go right here then. Three or four laps like that. My goodness, my goodness. That is also something that we have to do. So we had South Trip, the Golden Hills Alexis thing, but with a hypercar this time, not with an Alpha GP. What else do we have? The South Strip. Where did that start? Here, I think. Yep, South Strip. Let's change the controls back to automatic. Just drive in and see what it gives us, and then switch to it probably. Brutale. No, I don't want a Brutale. What we want is the Audi RS5, on which we do not have parts. That's a problem. Drive back out, get some parts. Where are our parts? Hurricane probably. No. Settings, please. That seems to be fine. Maybe a bit low. We'll see. See how it handles. We go on hood cam here though. It's too much. It's a city track. It's too much stuff that you can hit. And with the camera from behind, cars do not react as fast on keyboard.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I see how this is gonna go. So we're gonna have some annoying AI at the start. Here we have a reset. Depending where you push it, that's where the whole track is gonna depend on. Depending where you push it, can respawn you in the corner, before the corner, behind the corner. So we're gonna have to find that trigger point, because you can be assured that people will use it. So you have to use it as well. Bit earlier maybe? Nope, still puts me here. Ah, okay. Bit more to the left. That's what we're gonna have to do. Sam's somewhere in the 130s, maybe even one under 130. That's what people are gonna do here. We grind the game. No, not really. Just play whatever it is that we feel like. We don't need to. Seeing I have the game from the beginning. I'm done with grinding. We had these events where we could fly around for opening boxes. We have several yellow sets on all of the disciplines. Bike. What do we have here? We have a score breaker. No, that's not what we want. We have a bender thing here going. That's the one that we want. Some nitro parts, some bender. Although it probably will not matter that much. Because it doesn't matter that much. We definitely are gonna end up with a bike, I think. The bikes steer faster than the cars. And it's one corner after another. In Pike Speed Mountains. So more than likely it will be a bike. Let's see how the bike handles here on this track. Also here it's going to be a matter of figuring out the best route, because checkpoint placement is really, really bad on here. First two is fine, now we go through the third one, forget about the route, and cut here to the next one. We have to go this way because here's a checkpoint. Okay. They have put an extra one here as well. Okay. So we have to take that corner for sure. Here we can go up. The next one is over there. It's a bit of climbing, basically. Depending a bit on the circumstances, obviously. I haven't checked on that yet, because if this, for instance, is on the in the rain, then the bike will not be the best option. Because these bikes do not steer nor brake in the rain. But if it's dry circumstances, then it's more than likely going to be a bike. Lean forwards on the straight, don't lean forwards in the corners, because then steer less. And because we have the bender on it, you don't need to use nitro that much. Once you have your speed going, you can just lean forward and it will maintain that speed. 21, whatever that means. Yeah, reset or at least cut. Let's have a look. G-force has 205 here. That's already some sort of indication. This is just on the track itself. And this is not gonna load, is it? As usual. Oh yeah, sure. Nice. Nice finish. But we need to get up here because our parts are there. Not that we need them, but... Well, we want an exhaust. Yo. Other than that, there are green parts. Let's see if I can load it this way. Street race, Pikes Peak. All, please. Brutale, Dragster, Augusta, yeah, I think it's pretty clear. The first car is on 9th place. So it's pretty clear it's going to be a bike here, more than likely. And then find the fastest route and the best resets, and it's a trash track, basically. We have been complaining a lot about it. Hopefully they do something with it. They will definitely take in consideration for any potential future tracks. But we are trying to push it so that they also have a look in the retrospective. I can show you that cloudy, yeah, that's sort of what it was now. It was like, it always, because you drive up the mountain, you're like in the mountains, you're at a certain altitude, it sort of more or less tells you like, okay, you're in the clouds now. So, let's see, we have South Trip, we have the Strip South, we have this Pikes Peak thing here. What was the other one? Okay, moment. I need to check what the other one was. Escape, Historic, Pikes Peak, the Strip South, we done, that was in the Audi. That you need to do it in the Audi RS5. Pikes Peak Mountains, you can take whatever you want, so that's gonna be a bike. The Dodge Salt Flats, that's a drag event. South Trip we also done, and the Ferrari Pista we also done. And then we have the Drift in the charity event. That's the one on the boat. Okay. That might be a problem as well. That is the one on the boat. Where is that? Is that in LA? Yeah, I think so. No restrictions there, I think. So that's gonna be options. Back to manual. We have our boosted hot head parts here from the Summit. One on this car, Mazda RX-7. BMW Z4 might also work. We'll select that one. See what we can get. I know it's a pretty narrow track. We're gonna skip this. And people were doing circles here, so what they've done here is they added a few barriers here, which makes it a bit more narrow here though. But I think you still can do circles on certain points here. Yup. It's a bit slippery on that on the deck of the boats. Also, this corner is a bit tricky, I've noticed. You really need to throw it in there to keep the grip going. Otherwise you end up in the fences there as well. Also careful here coming out, because you can end up on that wall, lose the multiplier. I know I already lost it once, but you can definitely get a run going without losing the multiplier. But like there, it's also pretty wide, where we just that long corner there. Just checking something because I saw people doing over 800,000 on this track in the leaderboard. So it would not surprise me if they do circle somewhere. Probably here or so. Okay, let's go again. Favorite drift car, probably this one. I don't have the BMW Z4, but I do need to buy that once I have enough money. I don't have favorite cars in such a way. I'm a Summit player, so pretty much means whatever gives me the best score is my favorite car that week. Yep, too wide. Need to be much more careful there. For some reason or another, I've noticed that you also start in this event in second gear. Yep. Okay. Need to be careful on these decks. Playing around with the throttle a bit more. You definitely need all the power here in third gear. Definitely need to be on the throttle in this corner or you lose the multiplier. But you only have to do that one once, I think. Maximum multiplier achieved. What is that? 648,000. That will do. Anything above 500,000 will give you 150,000 plus summit points, I think. We did some sort of daily contract as well. What do you have for us, man? $2,500. Okay, we'll take it. What's this here? Perform low altitude, 1,000 meters in Los Angeles. Okay. We have some parts here in. What is this? Yeah. Nothing that we can use, but yeah. Scrap points not a problem on this driver. 4.6 million. What's leave? Leave L. Okay. Get rid of these parts as well. We just happened to be in LA, so that is very nice. There we go. Another 1,500 crew credits. Quick and easy. No, that was the Slick 370, I think. I use it in the current summit. Couldn't get the thing going with, although the Spitfire has more speed, but I use this thing. Let me see. Yeah, Slick 360 HP. I do have the Harman though, which I normally use, but on that one I have a score breaker set to do skill tests and such. That sort of was like a quick overview. Of what is coming tomorrow. One skill test where you have to drive around half the map again from New York to. You can probably, if you plan your route properly, you can probably go all the way to Seattle, San Francisco or so at least. Go over 100 kilometers. Then we have Las Vegas hotels. That is one we already done once. What was the other one? Oh yeah, that speed trap. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem traffic-wise. The one in Dallas there. Shall we go in here? No. Probably can. But then you need to take the corner in the bit tricky business. Maybe if we ride the wall. Let's try. Okay. Okay, let's forget about it. Could probably do it, I think. There are some tunnels where you can fly through. The LA house, if you have season pass. Not sure how to get in here though. Here somewhere, I think. Okay. How do you get in your house? Oh, that way, apparently. Let's see what we have here. That boat needs to go. Need to switch that to something smaller. Don't want that big boat, Frauschner, here in your garage. Because if you're like customizing a car here and you need to change the bumper that big boat is in the way. Can't move the camera then. Let's see, do we have anything in the garage here? Nice. Where are my cars? They removed them again? Okay. Let me check something. Let's go into the Miami house. I'm on my second driver, so it is possible that I haven't put any cars in the garage. Yeah, we do have cars here. What is that here? The Porsche. I just put the cars where I put like some sort of livery on, I think. Mustang. The bike. KTM X-Bow. The season pass Porsche. And the Mazda drift cars. Wrong way. Oh, wait a minute. We need this plate. This would be an interesting one. We're in the summit. Well, maybe. Just fly a bit through the buildings, basically. $27. 3,900 bucks? Really? Didn't know they were that much. They changed that? Oh, nice. We're in a jet sprint boat. Of all boats. Yeah, I thought well, I'm not sure because yeah, I'm on my second driver, so I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, if I actually had cars there. I know it was some bug or something that they empty your garage, but I thought it was fixed. Yeah, we're not gonna score much here in our jet sprint, are we? $2,000. I'm just doing all kind of stuff for bucks at the moment because I need to buy that bundle. I have the Audi RS5, so I should not be charged for that. But I need to look what is available for the rest in that bundle. The 488 Pista is normally 1 million, and that is because I have season pass that already has 20% discount. If you don't have season pass, it's probably going to be 1.2 million. And the bundle, yeah, has 25, 30, 35% discount for the bundle itself. But the problem is, it's going to have a that didn't work out. It's gonna have a Dodge drag car, but if it has the Viper and you need the Challenger, or the other way around, yeah, then you also need to buy that one. What do we have now? 1.3 million. So I need that Dodge and I need that Ferrari. I need to check. Need to check what's in the bundle. Let's quickly have a look. Games website. Let's see what is in the bundle. Yeah. Why is there an Audi TT-RS in this bundle? It's definitely the 488 Pista. This is the Viper. That's already a problem because more than likely the Challenger is faster. But why is there an Audi TT-RS? The strips out RS5, it says. RS5. Makes not much sense. That makes not much sense, if you ask me. Oh, let me think about this. Audi RS5 is a season pass car, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. That's why they probably put the TT-RS in there. Which is also not really, because that's one of the starters cars, if I remember correctly, when you start the game. We need that boat? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we need some more money. What is available in PvP? Oh, the city tracks again. What is the other one? Yeah, look at this. A race lab, and it also has 10 street races or whatever. Rally rates, hovercraft. Well, let's see if we can find a lobby here. Kinda doubt it though, but they need to come up with some sort of mixed playlist which has like 2 events of every discipline. Well, more or less. Of course, you cannot put like drag or so. We actually found a lobby. Nice. That would be good. A playlist with at least 2 events of each, or 3 or 4 or whatever of each of these disciplines. If you're a new player, you have only the street and hypercar playlist, because obviously now we have collisions on here, but that needs to be off. Yo, here we are again. Somebody's joining or leaving this lobby. Okay, I guess we found the answer. Somebody's leaving this lobby. And that means not enough players. So we need to search again. Collisions of and 2 or 3 races of each of the discipline. That would be a good playlist. And just keep it up there for the rest of the week. And a third playlist for those that want to play Demolition Derby or something like that. These 2 playlists today is not good enough. It's not enough variety. I was already surprised we found the lobby that quickly, but then the session breaks and then you need to search again, and now we probably will not find one. That's how it usually go if you pick this other race. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got this one again. I know how this is gonna end up. You can do whatever you want now. This is like the minute bug, I think it is. You search for about a minute and you constantly get kicked, like 2 or 3 times you get kicked out of this thing, and then it gives you like some sort of error code and you have to reboot your game. I think it's this one that we are experiencing here now. All because of the wonderful peer-to-peer system. We will definitely advise them if they ever consider making the Crew 3 in a couple of years. We will definitely advise them to switch to dedicated servers. In a way they knew, because yeah, they have discussed it, I believe, for this game before they were starting the development, like what they were gonna do. They decided to go with peer-to-peer. That saves some costs, I'm assuming, and that is money that they can use for licensing. So yeah, it's one of the other, I'm assuming. So if they would go for dedicated servers in this game, then we probably will not have like brands like Bugatti or so in the game, because then they would not have money to buy those licenses. It's a decision they make in the beginning. And what I'm gonna make a decision is I'm gonna go to the other playlist, because I can't find players in this one here. The normal street lobby then. It is the city tracks though, which I don't really like, but yeah. Also that is another 4 hours before it changes. Hello Samjit. What is going on here, game? Seriously. I do think I have that bug. We found the lobby, we had a session. Before we even get in there, we get kicked out again. If it happens again, then I have to reboot the game. No other choice. Because then I already know it's like that minute bug. You earn or lose division points based on your ranking. Yeah, we know that. We cannot earn anything. We're on the maximum level. Platinum 100 points, so we can only lose now. Because of, yeah, a system which is... system in Forza is not that bad. You have to beat higher ranked players to actually rank up. The only problem with that is that the higher ranked players left the game already, or they're playing in private sessions. And then you have that stuff going. It would be like, if you compare it to this game, it would be like players in the platinum rank, they're not playing anymore, or they're playing private. And then if you have the gold rank, yeah, you can't get any higher because you don't meet any platinum drivers anymore, because they're no longer in the game. At least not in the public lobby, so that's also a system that doesn't work. Here we have a session again. Yeah, that's an Alt F4. Every time we find a session we get kicked, that is a bug. You have to reboot your game then. There's no doubt about it. So that is exactly what we will do. Will take a bit. Yep. Are you married? No, I am not married, my friend. Happy single. Yeah, larger sessions, yeah. But the problem, I don't think the problem is the sessions. If you play on a Sunday afternoon, you find lobbies of 7-8 people. If you play during the week, you find lobbies of 3-4 people, or 5. And that has nothing to do with the game or with the sessions. It just has to do with the fact that there are no players playing PvP. If you do it in the weekend, Saturday morning, Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, you always find bigger lobbies. That's when the kids and so are playing. Because that is the other problem, the competitive players are not playing this. You have a few, you have people like Giron and Feder and Dino Carl, and so they play at night. Well, they're evening, but they're from the USA, so that is night time, European time. They play then. And then, yeah, that's about it. Other than that, you mainly find players in the weekend. Like now we hit, I'm in Europe. For those who don't know, I'm in Belgium. So it's like 10 PM here now. But yeah, I'm a Nighthawk. I usually play during the night. You find a lobby, but it's always like, yeah, 4 people, 5 people. And then you have this bad thing happening. The connection is not great as it is, we know that. But it's not always a connection, sometimes it's also just the players. They come in the lobby, they see a higher ranked player and they leave. Or they do one race and they can't win and they leave. Yeah, if you go to PvP, just stick in the lobby. That's what I always do in whatever game it is. You go into a lobby and you just stick in there. If there are better players, yeah, so then you lose. The advice for that would be pretty simple: get better. Yeah, no subjet. That's what I was saying earlier. You can upgrade the other cars, but then you need to pick that collision playlist thing. You need to come up with some sort of playlist where you have like 2 or 3 events from each of the disciplines, and they keep that lobby all week long, but they can change the events every day, every 24 hours they change to different events. It's a possibility. And put the damn collisions off. Collisions do not work in touring car. You get rammed out of the track. In rallycross, the tracks are too narrow. Motocross, you get pushed out of the track as well. Collisions on does not work. That only works if you have like some decent players who are not intentionally ramming you, but that's not what the majority in PvP in most of the games are. Some people just ram to ram. Other people are just not such good drivers that they end up ramming you, although they don't intend to do that, but yeah. If you're there, you have it anyway. What do you want to do, guys? Take a pick. Hollywood, they say. Okay, Hollywood it is. Maybe. Hollywood. Zonda. Never driven it. Also don't have it tuned. I hope the thing steers a bit.
Three, two, one.
Steer, but not great though. Move there, because I have a feeling I can use your slipstream. Because this thing is not moving very fast. Get out of the slipstream for the corner. It drives okay, just it's pretty damn slow with green parts. And our Mister in the Agera over there, he's mainly fast, but can't take corners by the looks of it, hitting every wall. Yep. Bam! I hear a bouncing sound behind me. I think he hit the tunnel pillar or something. Well, I'm not 100% sure. I'm still not convinced about that. It has green parts, that's for sure. But I think the pro settings are actually active. In this case, they are not, because I haven't driven this car before, so it's not tuned at all. Just has the default settings. But it's with green parts, it's pretty slow though. But lucky for me, the guy in the Agera couldn't really Platinum 2 is. You can't take a corner. Probably a demolition platinum. That's the other thing. You have that demolition, people are getting their rank up there as well. Doesn't necessarily mean they can drive in a straight line, yes, but not so much in the corner. Because the Agera is probably one of the fastest with green parts. I don't want to be messing. Why do they vote on bikes when they just see it starting to rain? Bikes don't steer, don't brake at rain, so we're gonna take the Brutale. That's the only thing that sort of keeps straight when it's raining. But you still have to play with the throttle What is it? The Strip West? Oh. City track.
3,
Yeah, of course it's raining.
2,
It started to rain in the previous, and the PvP takes place in free roam. Which is, if it's raining in or snowing in free roam, it will also be raining in PvP. Here they go again. Yep, saw that happening. You cannot take these corners if you drive on the right side, my friends. I already knew that was gonna happen there. Like that car. Yo! What are you doing, my friend? Messing about and still nobody behind me. That's sort of, yeah, that's the level of PvP here. Bikes and rain just does not go together. Yeah, it was quite fun. Well, biggest fun was trying to find some decent settings with and keep that car straight. Because it has some sort of drift differential. The Acura NSX GT3 turned out to be pretty good for it. I like the combo events, it just, in my opinion, they should also put them in like, that's sort of what we need here. We need like these circuit tracks, you can as well do them with an Alpha GP or with the street race, sort of like they do in the summit with the combo events, but they can just put them in campaign as well. More variety for people, and the more variety they have in the game, the more they can also bring in PvP. That's why the PvP is not working. It's like you have this street lobby, or you have a collisions playlist. One day that's Demolition Derby, and the other day it's some sort of ramming lobby. Really, guys? Seriously? You really want to do this again? They want to do revenge. Okay, we'll do revenge. Don't have a problem with revenge. One time. But what I hate is those people selecting 4 or 5 times the same track. That's just stupid. And that is of course the risk if they bring too much variety. Oh, and we're stuck again. That's what you had in the Crew 1, it's like you could select all the events there.
2,
But yeah, that is that you have the same problem then. People selecting the same tracks all over and over again. So the playlist with the voting, I don't find it even that bad. But they just need more variety in those playlists. But it's like the city tracks, they are on itself, they are not bad. If it wasn't for all that crap that newspaper boxes and hot dog stands and all kind of light posts that you hit constantly. Nice. The magnetic power is also very strong in this game. Can't drive too close to that wall or it pulls you towards it. For some reason. I'm from Belgium. That's in Europe. Northern part of Belgium, where we speak Flemish, which is more or less the same as Dutch. In the south of the country, they speak Walloon, which is more or less the same as French. And a little small community in the east, southeast, where they speak German. So, those are the three official languages: Dutch, French and German. Two drivers, yeah, of course. I actually had three. I had 3 games. I have. I pre-ordered the game, so that is my main driver, RaceMasterDave. And then I also got my hands on one that that they sort of gave to certain people. That's my that's the Summit Nope. That's why I do the Nope series with that one. And then in the beta you had that Red Bull thing going. Was some sort of contest that you could with the Ford Raptor Red Bull design on it. You had to do some stunts. You had to do a video of it, and you need to send in that video. And also there I made the top 3. Or the top 10 or something that you needed to make. And everybody in the top 10 of the most viewed videos or whatever it was, something like that. You also won a gold edition. So I had 3 gold editions. So I have my main driver, and then the other one I use for the one that I am now, the Summit Nope. This I use for all that Summit stuff that I do on the videos. And the third gold edition I gave to a friend. Through one friend, and was one which did not order the game yet, so I gave it to him. Can you speak German? Ambition. I can understand it, but or at least some words of it. But it's German is one of those languages I really need to think in Dutch first, and then sort of translate it in my head, and then actually speak. In English, for instance, we're so familiar with it over the years that we just think in English now, although it's not even an official language in our country. But yeah, on the Discord and on TeamSpeak, and so we always speak English most of the time. Communicate with the people that you met over the years. We have people from Germany, from Swiss, from France, even from South Africa. So English is mostly the language that we use. So the same as for the YouTube channel or Twitch or so, English is just the easiest to use because that's one of the languages that most people understand. And that's why, that's why we have the two drivers. Because they gave a copy to certain people. But we already pre-ordered the game for ourselves, so that's why I ended up with two drivers. And then with that contesting, a third driver available, but yeah. And so I concentrated mostly on RaceMasterDave, of course. But then I realized I had some... I think I upgraded the street race on this driver. And then I thought it might be a good idea to do the summit nopes or the start from scratch. That's what we did. Now we have also on this driver we have yellow parts, but when we started the nope series, we only had street race upgraded. The rest was not upgraded. But we still get all the cars. So we still managed to get into the platinum, obviously with all the knowledge that we have of the game. Been playing technical tests, invited into a workshop. Member of TPC, so we also have a lot of inside information. And played a couple of thousand hours in the Crew 1, so yeah, also familiar with the map, obviously. So when this game came out, it was just a matter of learning the new tracks or the new layout, because the routes itself or the road itself we knew from the Crew 1. Ooh, rear suspension. Bit of a problem on the Ferrari by the looks of it. Haven't tested it properly, but that corner there, that alley, it is possible that it's actually quicker to brake than actually use the reset. Maybe. Not much difference thing. Using reset or braking. Close. Yeah, he came fast out of the corner. 34,000 difference. Doesn't matter because even second place in a lobby of 4 gives you the winning points. Yeah, you can start pressing the reset pretty early, even before you left the alley already. Oh, and our lobby is dead. Unless 2 people join us within 60 seconds. Yeah, I'm still of the opinion. I know it's a bit debatable for PvP, but I think in a competitive aspect that back on track thing just needs to go. People cannot abuse it if it's not there. For the summit it should not be a problem because those are time attacks, you can always restart. PvP of course it's a bit of a different story. Because you can get stuck on some of these ramps or whatever. And if you don't have a reset. But still, learn the tracks and don't get stuck. Is still my motto, so then if you make a mistake, then you need to pay for it. It's as simple as that. But yeah, they want to make it a bit open for all, I guess. Same with the summit, in a way it should be a competitive thing, but it's not really. It's like people just play for the platinum medal and that's it, and then it's not like they go for the best times or whatever. What is this here? Yeah, I have no idea who's in the lobby. It was a lobby of 6, I think. Stake La Ferrari. Music, none. I do videos most of the time, or I'm streaming. Okay, on Twitch it's not so much of a problem, but on YouTube music that is
3,
right claims, and
2,
then you have to fight those claims.
1.
That's why, like, a simple thing like muting the TV in the house, huge difference for some of us. Some people find that a very small thing, but for everybody involved in YouTube and so, it was a big thing. Because you do a video, you walk into the house. And then the TV was always playing that trailer thing, always a rights claim for that one song. So the fact that we can now mute that TV makes a huge difference. And what I also find is that this game looks way better when it's actually sunshine. Definitely not a fan of the weather system. Also, as a Summit player, it's a pain. You're doing a skill test and then like 10 minutes later it's raining and then it's snowing, and there you are wasting your time because you can't set your best time when it's snowing. Oh no, the rock. The rock! I think you go right of that rock though. I think there's some sort of cut there. And yeah, usually what also is the case is that we're not doing videos or streaming or so. Or even if we're streaming, very often we're like on Discord with a few people. So then we're not playing music because we're talking to each other most of the time. Zero points, we're still winning. But yeah, at the moment it's a bit of a... Either you do Summit or you play some PvP, but we need something to do on the site. Let's see what we can find in our garage. Pop, 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 pop. Mini, is that any good? Kinda doubt it. Somebody leaving again? Or losing connection or something? I think this would work better if you go into some sort of lobby or parking lot or something where you drive through and you first connect these people and then you make a lobby and where people can start. Because now people come and go and they always have to connect to the host, and that's always a problem. It's not a problem if everybody is in Germany or everybody's in Belgium or everybody's I don't know where. But if you like one is in Asia and one is in South Africa and then they have to connect to each other, yeah, problems. Which of course you don't have with dedicated servers. Because there everybody connects to the server and that's it. And if you have a bad connection yourself or something, yeah, then you get kicked, but it doesn't interfere with the rest of the lobby. But here you have the system that everybody connects to the host first, and then the host connects everybody to the servers. Yeah, that's why you have these connectivity issues and stuff. Some people not on a good system, or not on good internet connection, or too far away from each other. All kind of problems. Somebody going to the desktop. Yep, and then you get this. I don't get kicked out of the game that often. I have fiber 200 connection, so that should cover it. But I know there are also same situation. Other people might, if they have a bit worse connection, they just get kicked out of the game. Exploit using nope. It's called a shortcut match print, Mr. Crew Hunter. It's easier to turn the car around with reset, but you can as well on Hollywood there, on Bronx, what was it? These people finish 20 seconds behind you and then they blame it on the fact that you use a reset cut here or there. I can understand that if they finish 3 seconds behind you, but not 20. What's the time? Oh boy, oh boy. Kinda sorta waiting on the other lobby. A to B races. I find that playlist more fun than these city tracks. But in general I'm just bored with street racing by now. Would like so we see some more tracks come in the game in other disciplines. and have more variety in the PvP lists. Drive as much to the left as possible, so they don't get your slipstream. You have to be careful for those railroad crossings though, because they don't break. If you hit one of those things, you're standing still. Get back to 5th gear, man. Ah, we remember them hardstyle, my friend. How do we learn these things? Because we get beaten by people who use it. That's how you learn them, eh? The first time I was like, what? Where are they going? And then you follow them one day and then you figure it out. Eh? But you don't have to reset there, you can just go right, drive to the checkpoint, turn around. It's still faster than going all the way through the city. Most of these resets are just shortcuts. Same on the strip south, you don't have to reset, you can just brake there and take the corner. It's not that much difference. It is of course if you do a time attack or so, yeah. Might be probably a bit faster if you reset, but don't have to use it. But it's just an easier way to yeah, doesn't matter. It's gonna be motor trend anyway, no matter what I vote. This is a track I don't like though. Bit of a problem steering wise. I need something small. Cayman. Hopefully it goes over the corner there after the bridge. I think it's a bit low. The border is a bit high in the car. Like here it has a front spoiler. Good chance I get stuck there, but yeah, we'll see. The car in itself is already not a good choice if it's still snowing. Yeah. We know that. For weeks we're complaining about it and pushing it and trying to get to the head that they have to revise all these tracks. Or just let us do it. I don't mind doing it. Give me a test build. I will tell them where there's a problem and where they need to put a checkpoint. They would look into it, they said. So maybe they give us a test build that we can turn. Oh yes, of course. Hey, I drive a Lambo, but I can't take a corner with it. I just grind the wall. Get back here, mister, seriously. Another thing that, for the benefit of the casual players, they turned that thing back because it was it was fixed and the wall riding was fixed. But the kiddies were complaining that they slowed down too much. So they turned it back a little bit. You still slow down, but not as much as before. If you wall ride. Yeah, there's like many people in PvP. They drive the best cars and they can go fast, and then corner shows up, a bit of a problem. Next to that, I think that's mainly kids. They really have no clue about these pro settings, and you see them slide all over with cars that you can. Some of them you can easy tune a little bit of changing the anti-roll bar or the suspension or so, and they steer already way better. But some people have no idea about it and they just leave it be, and many of these cars do not drive very well on default. But yeah, that's something that people need to understand in this game is two important things: pro settings and ethics. You have people driving around with blue parts or purple parts and they have bulldozer on their car and whatnot. And then they say, how can you go so fast? Yeah, well, that's pretty simple. That's because we have nitro parts on the car when it comes to summit and such. PvP doesn't matter. PvP, everybody has green parts. No bonuses on it, but... Oh, let's take something else. Let's take something that doesn't drive, maybe. This here, for instance. Aston Martin Vanquish. That's probably one big boat. I think I drove it once. It goes fast though. I think it went over 420 kilometers an hour. But yeah, taking a corner with it is optional though. Oversteer. Seriously, guys. Hurricane, 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 hurricane. Yup, yup, yup. And you lose to an Aston Martin boat. This thing is actually better than I thought it was. Aston Martin Vanquish. Isn't that the one you get with like with the Uplay points? I think it is. You can redeem it for 40 Uplay points or something. It's one of those achievement things. I might have to have a look on that car. It was way more stable than it was in the Crew 1, that's for sure. I expected it a bit, it oversteers a bit, but not as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, that ramp is, if you don't have it spot on, you have a serious problem. Which I usually have, but this time I survived 2 times. Probably because this thing is pretty heavy as well, the Aston. Take a good jump and then lean forward to get like an idea where you are. Bit too much to the left, then you jump into that water tank or whatever is on that roof there.
3, 2, 1.
Where is it? Oh, here somewhere. The road is still wet though. This bike steers properly normally. Hello. Summit Open. Yeah, well now it's not like that. Called it the Summit Nope because it was with no parts basically. We had some green and blue parts on the maybe 1 or 2 yellows on the street race when we started the series. And the point was a nope or a newbie or a new player could still get to platinum. That's what it was trying to show with the with that nope series. Of course, meanwhile it evolved because like now here, for instance, we're doing this PvP. We win a bunch of yellow parts. So I play on first person because I play on keyboard. Camera from behind. None of these things steer. They do steer, but it's way better on hood cam for cars and first person on the bike as well. If I put the camera from behind, it's like taking corners with a truck. It's like big wide corners. You have a way better idea where you are if you, at least in my opinion. Hollywood they want to do again, seriously. But now with playing PvP the last couple of weeks or the driving a bit of different cars now as well, so still need to buy a bunch as well. You're welcome. That's why we do the series, to help out. What I've done in the Crew 1 as well with doing summit videos. But there we played for the top spots together with some other teams, so the competition in between the teams more or less. And then we also showed our routes and stuff like that. If you remain inactive, I'm not inactive. Some guy hanging again. It's like one guy in there which has like a bad connection or something. Sometimes you go into a lobby with 4 or 5 people and you just play for 2 hours, 3 hours without any problems. Go from one race to another. Just as like one person too far away from the host or something like that, and you get like all this kind of trouble. Oh, come on, game move. Live battle. It's not much of a battle. Seeing we're looking at the screen. We also lost the chat box. I'm from Belgium. Belgium, Europe. 11 p.m. here now. But I'm an Nighthawk, so for me it only starts now, sorta. I'm usually around on the wonderful world of the internet still throughout the night. Till 6, 7 in the morning or whatever. Are we stuck forever or what's going on here? I have a feeling we are. $2:30 in the morning, yeah. Oh, come on, man. Seriously. By the way, Samjit, aren't you also on the Discord? You need to fill in your name and such there. Then I can change your role. There are a few people hanging in the Discord. We still haven't given their info. Well, info. It's not like we want your bank account or so. Just player's name, your Uplay name, and your real name, first name. We sort of have a members list. If we have the members list filled up. You're already in? You joined the server and I gave you the purple role, which is waiting on the info. You should be able to see on the left the text channels. At least that's how I set it up. And there you see the entry room. If you go there and just give up, then I put your name in the list. I have a feeling we're stuck here again. Let me bring it up what I mean. Let's see. Where is this here? This is sort of what I mean, eh? We have like your name, your Uplay name, and then first name in this new members entry room, if you can see that. And if you give up your name there, then change your name, these purple roles here. Then I change them into green, and then it's fine. Let me put that back to my other screen. There we go. Let's boot up the game one more time. Yeah, this is quite stupid. It depends a bit. It's also sometimes the host leaves or so, and then you have host migration, and then yeah, that's the biggest trouble, I think. Because the other night I think we played for like 5 hours or so. But yeah, that's like at night time, and then you have like you have people like Giron and Federer, and so they always play PvP. With like a lobby full of Platinum 1 drivers or so. Have a good night, Trolls Gaming. Yeah, tickets. I love tickets, I love support. Not. I deal directly with people if I have to go to a forum or send in some tickets to a support call center. Then most of the time you end up in some sort of call center, which like some call center of Ubisoft, and then you talk something specific about the game, and they don't even know what you're on about because they don't play the game, they're not familiar with it, or they are like com depth for another game, and then you say something specific and they have no idea what you're on about. Yeah, me and support doesn't work very well. Okay, we're back in game. Intro music, yo, chinga. Probably gonna cost me a rights claim. Okie-do. Let's first go to the contracts. Have we collected that one yet? Oh yeah, we did. We need to come back tomorrow. Let's have a look what's going on in the summit, by the way. We should be good, I think. Oh yeah, not a problem. 28 with about 7 hours to go for the next one, so that means that 6 hours. There's like a 1 hour space in between two summits. Yep, so I need on this driver, I need that Dodge. But the Viper is in the Viper is in the bundle, while I think the Challenger is a better drag car. But I can buy them separately. Yeah, that's an idea. I'll buy the Challenger because that's not in the bundle. Well, that doesn't matter. That neither. It leaves us 1.4 million. That's more than enough. Let's make it into a drag car first, shall we? Oh, let's see. Colors. Some chrome. That's the drag bumper. Let's pick this one. My god, those are small wheels. Let's see. Not so sure. We need to make that color a bit lighter, I think, or get rid of the tires. Let's gamble on that one. Move. Pretty solid, these drag cars. Let's see. What did we do? 11.7 with that Corvette, I think. Frenetic 31, pure 66, that's fine. Nope. I don't want this one. We have another one here. Let's see. Bondville, Death Valley, Salt Flats. That's the one we want. Very nice, sir.
2, 1.
That should be banned. Reset your icon point to 0 to 1 again. Then you will learn it very quickly to not do that. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
What was that? There a bump or so in the road? Probably. Ah. Okay, okay. We have a problem here. With this car, apparently. Whenever the frenetic kicks in, you lose the car.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not sure it's a bump. It's whenever the frenetic kicks in, car breaks out. Yep. If you do the normal drag event with perfect shifts, which of course results in a lousy time, 12.5, then you don't have it. If you do the quick shift, I think this car heats up the tires quicker than the Corvette or so. Yep. When the frenetic kicks in, the brakes out. That's what's happening here. So we need to play around. Or is that these vanity tires? Oh no, there is a bump though. What's this, tires or what is going on here with this car? Let's have a look into that, shall we? What's up, Tucker? Any speculations about an update? No, I don't need to speculate because I know when it's coming. And what is coming, that I don't know. But due to, of course, being under NDA, I cannot tell you when or what or how or... They are working on something, that is for sure. And it will take a while before it's there, that is also for sure. Wait and see what they usually say. Let's have a look, what is going on here? Why is that? Let's start with that, shall we? Gearbox should be fine, I think. 64, 64 it is. Still pretty, we don't need steering, so the camber doesn't matter that much. Okay, let's try that and see how it handles. Where is the thing? Salt flats. Yeah, these vanity items, they're not really, I thought it was visual only. But they seem to be like grip tires, they're not like really drag tires. Why does it do that? Could it be the tires? If you let it run in 5th gear a bit longer, then it doesn't do it. So you can't boost too early with this car or what? Probably something like that. .0. We had 11.7 with the Corvette, but let's have a look. Oh yeah, rain, that's also not gonna help us. It seems to heat up the tires quicker than the Corvette. Yep. Every time you hit the boost, this thing does not like boost. I think you need a different shifting on this car or so. Probably was a better idea to change the camber if you're gonna do this. Hey, it heats up the tires way quicker than the starting 4th gear. Hey, even in 4th gear it's still wheel spinning. Come on. Like a boss. This one does not like nitro. Not at all. As soon as you press it, it's gone. Was that I think the Magna with? No. It's a different car. Sort of like the Evos. You have a normal Evo, you have a Red Fury, you have a Black Knight. The Magma edition of the Devo is different car. So now it keeps it steady. Not sure. Is it the tires? I wonder. Let's change them back to the normal ones. And now we figured it out. Vanity. No thank you. Yeah, smoke will not have any difference. Only one way to find out.
Three, two,
Now we have slick tires.
one.
Not so sure. There is a bump there though, and I think you have to go over that bump before you hit the boost. Or go a bit more to the left. But that's gonna be a problem. If you do this with a team, you have to come all to the middle. Oh, it heats the tires every time. So you have to wait longer with the boost, I think, on this car. We let it run in 5th gear to like 6500 RPM and then boost in one of the previous runs, and that worked properly. Not a problem. Can't just hit the boost too early with this thing. That's a bit of a problem. Yep, there he goes again. Okay. Don't hit the boost too early with this thing. What's your accent from? I'm from Belgium. If I do have an accent, then it's probably a Belgian one. Seems like it has too much throttle response or so. This is a weird car. The tires. Now they go down. The heat keeps being in the tires with this car. Let's try it on the road. Cools down way slower than the Corvette. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting, this whole thing. Now I don't have any boost anymore. Okay. Let's switch to another car. Okay. My key is not broken, so why does this car has no boost? It heats up the tires way faster than the Corvette. We might end up with the Viper during the next summit. Not so sure. Or are my settings completely wrong? That's also possible. Only one way to find out. Drag. I don't have a screenshot of the Challenger. I do have the Challenger though. On the other driver. Need to check the settings that I have on that car, but it's pretty similar than what I have here now, I think. Stiffen it up, which definitely will not yeah, I don't know. Weird. So it's similar that I have on the Nissan, I think. Even a bit more. 910 I have there. Here's the same, but I only put the suspension softer on that one. And I changed the aero to make it able to steer on this Stingray for the escapes and such, but let's see if it changes if I put it on 910. Doesn't do anything with the handling bar, but it does not cool down, no matter what you do. You have to go off throttle, let it run, before it actually cools down. Ground drift. It's a drag car. How do you make a 360 sprint? With this car, just hit boost and don't steer. The car does it itself. You can drive. What? Oh yeah, I tuned it. Customize it. You can do a 360 spin with other cars as well. Wait a minute. Let's not worry about the gears. Well, this one doesn't do it for some reason. Let's see. Cayman does it normally. Normally you just have to hit the handbrake and the boost at the same time. Then you can do a 360. Get some speed first. Possibly that I was not having enough speed with GT3 RS. Oh, this one does it better. Just have to steer back in time, of course. Or the 360. There we go. Maximum ground speed, 360. I got some sort of followers for that. And again. It should work with GT3 RS. Normally it works with heavy car. Just handbrake, boost at the same time and steer to the left. And then to the right to control it so it doesn't spin out further. Too late. Oh, we still have all these parts that we won in the PvP. What's this? Bike. Oh, that one is set up. Don't need this one. Let me check a few things first. Get a race set on that one. And I get the bike set on this one. Then I don't need this one. Score breaker, score breaker, score breakers. 3 parts, none of them has skilled. Of course, if you're a new player, keep the parts. All those yellow parts. You can always use them, probably here or there. But we have all the sets, so the only thing I keep from PvP is some proper affixes on the yellow parts. What do you have to press? Handbrake and nitro at the same time. For if you want to do a 360. And to engage it, you obviously you steer to the left, and to keep the 360, you have to counter steer at the end. Okay, that's that. Sorted that one out. We also did some hypercore, I think. Some purple trash. digger we don't need because we have a perfect loot digger set, one from the summit I think. Although now that I remember it, that was on the touring car that we won that one I think. Let's check, what else do we need to check? Mailbox probably. Fastest way to get to the mailbox. Go to your live contracts and walk to the left. Mailbox is empty. The bundle is not available, I'm assuming. No. Not available yet. It will be in about 2 hours I think. Usually about 4 hours before the summit starts you can already buy the bundle. And then you can tune those cars that you need for the summit and so on. Egoist I also need to buy. Okay though, have a good night. Yeah, I'm out of here as well. Gonna take a break. And then buy that bundle, tune the Ferrari Pista. And I will be back in about 6 hours, but then on Twitch. Where I will do the, what is it meanwhile? Summit number 18 I think. We'll do that on Twitch and then I will export that video later to YouTube as well. Noob does Summit 18. Rule the Street I believe it's called. That's what we will try to do. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night and bye for now.